ain't got no local knowledge. So what ends up happening is the demonization of the other, as opposed to an understanding that the exploitation of American capital and corporate power, exploiting indigenous markets for substandard wages. And so now y'all are in alliance far more than you realize, but American colonial corporate power exploits the differences. And so when we think about these communities of men, I ain't saying they ain't suffering, but I'm just saying women have a special role, have played a special role in terms of how race is heard, because they have been so critically, acutely conscientious about helping to shape the hearers and speakers of race. But we don't want to give them no credit. Right? As usual, women are overworked and underpaid, still make less than what a man makes in this country for doing the same work. We ain't talking about like doing different stuff. They're doing the same thing. And so when we begin to grapple with the virulent forces of sexism and misogyny, or what I've termed femophobia, just fear, just scared of a real woman when she shows up. Oh my God. Just get nervous. She's articulate, intelligent, bright teeth, beautiful, and she's smarter than me. Jesus, what will I do? Because if we were to listen, I don't want to centralize women who can be as petty and vicious as any man we know. But, looking at the track record, we gotta say, pound for pound, women who have been more curious and open to difference and willing at least to nurture systems of counter-hegemonic responsibility and agency around the issue of race, because they nurture the hearers and speakers of race. If we can begin to get some justice for women, those who shape the hearers and speakers of race will have an even more magnificent outcome. Now, that ain't just pandering, that's serious. As the brothers would say, I'm so sincere. Because what has happened is we have cut off, we've not heard from so many women who have so many interesting and important things to say. You know, Martin Luther King Jr. worked with a woman named Ella Baker. A lot of y'all never heard of her. Never heard of her because her voice wasn't allowed to resonate and amplify in the same way. King was a genius, but so was she. She left the SCLC, Southern Christian Leadership Conference, and began to work with SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. Who did she nurture and shape? What speakers and hearers of race? Julian Bond, Diane Nash, Jim Bevel. So women who are freed and liberated within these multicultural communities can pivot around multiple centers of agency and tell the truth and begin to shape a different understanding of race in America. And why is that necessary? Because we think we live in an age where we get beyond race. Let's not be post-race. What does that even mean? It really means post-black or post-brown or post-red. We just don't want to deal with it. That's what people say. We voted for Obama, now we're done. We don't want to deal with it. We don't want to handle it. That's not post-race. But let's get to post-racism. Let's get beyond the vicious celebration of difference for the purposes of my herd, my tribe, my group. And we do that by amplifying the integrity and inclination of women who have been heroic and visionary in nurturing the speakers and hearers of race in a more liberating fashion. And that's why, as I take my seat, that's why for me, we talk about these generational divides and divorces. I was speaking to a young lady here before coming in. We were talking about our musical preferences, and she was talking about her, preferences for R&B music and so on and so forth. And I was like glad to see a young person doing that, because a lot of young people, they got amnesia. You know, they be thinking they invented stuff. You know, it's like Hegel. The Prussian state was the apotheosis of the great grand experiment in democracy. Guess what? Because I'm in the Prussian state. So people do that. My generation was the best. That's what we do. The music we grew up on, we think it's the best. Y'all ain't nothing about it. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Right? Same thing with issues of race, right? You think your generation had it best. Let's be open. Let's be honest. Let's think beyond binarisms. Let's think beyond boundaries. Let's think about beyond gender, beyond sexual orientation. And we got a greater chance when we open up the possibility of women. Malcolm X said that when women are educated, the world is saved. Because women can conduct experiments, radical liberating experiments in the opening of our minds. So I don't want to act like my generation was the best. It was just one of them, but we did have some great stuff. Can I say that? Yeah. As I take my seat, I mean, I'm from Detroit. You know I'm Brother Bowman Sackett. You know what we doing. You know what we was listening to. I don't know what y'all listening to now, but see, we were unafraid to embrace women in a different way. We were sexist and patriarchal, femophobic, but dadgummit, we tried to engage them at least with the public rituals of civility. Not bitch, hoe, skeezer, sludge, hood, rat, chicken head. Now, I'm not suggesting that those who didn't, because we had many soul singers who were treating women with grand disrespect at the crib, even though they sing in love songs. So let me be the first to cop to that. But there is a difference between doing it and being ashamed of doing it, and doing it and glorifying doing it, and being proud of it. Jay-Z says, I can't see him coming down my eyes, so I make my song cry. Man, we cried with the song. Sunshine, blue skies. Please go away. My girls found another and gone away. Y'all don't remember that? With her went my future. My life is filled with gloom, so day after day, I stay locked up in my room. I know to you it might sound strange, but I wish it would rain. Oh, why did we cuss the tears on my eyes? I wanted to rain. Y'all just tough, diffident, distant, clinical. Not us. Girl made us lose our mind. We didn't mind saying it. That's right. Have you seen her? I'm just saying. Tell me, have you seen her? I see her face as the cold wind blows on the street, even at the picture show. Have you seen her? Y'all don't know what's wrong with y'all. Why, oh, why did she have to leave and go away? Remember that? Oh, I've been used. You can understand every word they were saying. Brother saying that. No, I'm saying, no, we don't. What are you saying? No, I'm saying, what I'm saying, no! You're not speaking clearly. We have no earthly idea what you're saying. Why, oh, why did she have to leave and go away? Oh, I've been used to having someone to lean on. Now I'm lost. I'm at the mall. You're here. I'm there. Where are you? I'm almost done. I'm just saying. And then the girl made us see things. Today I saw somebody who looked just like you. She did. She walked like you. Guess what? I thought it was you. But wait a minute. As she turned the corner, I called out her name. Sinead! Sinead! So then y'all bragging about the stuff all the stuff you give your girl. We didn't brag about that. We told her what we didn't have to see if she loved us. When the ribbons in the system, ain't no telling, will I love her, will I diss her? That's when they be yelling, I'm a pimp, my blood, I'll replay some. Can't keep them out. Okay, so I might light your wrist.
that about it?
What? The white person not know. What are we saying? When you're in the center ring and their lines don't mean a thing, why don't you let me try?
Let me try.
Notice what he says. Notice what he says. Now I do not wear a what? Diamond ring. I ain't got one. I don't even know what song to sing. Y'all help me out. Sing. All I know. This is a Pentecostal love song. Speak in tongues. All I know is la 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 la. All right. Here's my point. Here's my point. And I'll sit down. See, my generation of men messed up, misogynistic, crazy, but understood that when it came to speaking about issues of race and about gender and about equality and intimacy, that we at least would yield to a kind of deference to these women that provided opportunity for transformation. And that's why we say, not just to celebrate my generation, because we messed up too. But I am saying that there is an openness that we ought to embrace when we talk about making race heard. That's why we can't be afraid of strong women, especially minority women. You know, a lot of us are scared when we see them because they're too powerful. I want you to be deferential, know your place. I do know my place in your face. Okay. Do you think Harriet Tubman wasn't a strong woman? What do you think she said? Excuse me. There's a little thing called the Underground Railroad. Won't you guys come along? It's really nice. That is not what she said. She said, eat here tonight at 8:30. And don't be late. Right? I'm sitting down. And brother showed up, there's on time. And then someone changed their mind. Miss Tubman, we was going to go, but we done changed our mind. But we's not going to tell nobody. She said, oh, I know you won't. She had a Bible in one hand and a shotgun. And then she had to knock some of them out. Remember that? She had to cold cock some of them.